Alright.
What's up?
What's up? Okay, and clap whenever. Alright.
Yay!
Alright. Welcome to what Fraudcast is this? 5?
I think it's 5.
Yeah,
I think
5.
Ah!
Five.
Is it 5 or 6?
5.
Alright, we got a lot that happened this week. We had the Iowa caucus disaster, and then we had the debate yesterday, which was an amazing debate.
less of a
I thought it
It
was
was
an amazing
the best debate by far.
I mean,
in
it's
my
a
opinion.
super
Best
low
moderator.
bar.
Okay, before we start this, you know how we've had the host as the loser
Oh, yeah.
every single debate?
Mhm.
Host was the winner. this
Host
time.
was a winner this time, I have to
ABC
say.
killed
Who was
it.
the lady, the
Good
black
job,
lady?
ABC.
I don't know her name.
I don't know.
From,
She
I
absolutely
forget. She
grilled
killed
Mayor Pete, made me the happiest boy on the planet.
Amazing, glorious. That would that's dude. If corporate media moderators were like that, it would be like amazing. Like
They
that was
actually
exact-
asked hard questions.
Yeah, hard and good substance.
Yeah,
It was
and they would
Bernie,
they-
why are you a socialist?
And they made you answer the questions too. Like if you just
Yeah.
ignored it and did a bullshit Mayor Pete answer, then they were like, "No, answer the question."
Yeah,
question,
and
Mary.
what I was surprised about too is because you would think that they would be like wanting to prop up Mayor Pete and give him as much of a chance as winning New Hampshire as possible. But no,
Yeah.
they were just like, "You suck on this issue. Like, why are you terrible?"
Let's
you
talk
know?
about Iowa first.
Yeah,
before we
that's
get into
true.
the debate.
True.
So, I think it's just obvious to say. Well, it's proven that it was rigged.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like
Mhm.
a conspiracy. At
I'm
this
stop using
point.
those words. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. What was that?
Sounded
Who
very
was it
Trumpy
that
in
said
that.
that? Somebody came out and said like, "Don't." I think it was
Don't
like
use
CNN.
rigged.
Somebody
you
on
sound like
CNN.
Trump.
Yeah, you sound like Trump. Like this is a Alex Jones conspiracy theory.
Oh my God.
Is what I saw on the Snapchat news page. It's, like, it's literally proven. Like we have data that shows that it was proven. Like
What was it? New York Times released. It was like
the
over
errors,
100 errors.
100 precincts were wrong. It was
Yeah.
proven. 100 of the precincts were wrong. It was like, and there's like 16,000. So that's like a sizable margin that were wrong.
But man, all I gotta
Or I
say.
mean, not yeah. I don't know how many there actually were.
All I gotta say though is all that confusion, all it's gonna do is help Bernie because they're not gonna be able to get away with that every single state now with the amount of outrage they got.
I don't think they were planning on doing it in every state. Like that would be
That's what I'm
impossible to
talk-
keep up.
That's
for
what I'm
50
talking about.
states.
But I think all it's doing is the public is looking at that like what? Like fuck
Yeah,
that.
I'm
Like,
surprised they didn't
yeah.
do it for Biden though. Honestly, because like he
No,
was.
dude, I think what happened is that at the last moment they were like, I think that
Biden's doing
No,
terrible.
yeah, I think in the smoke-filled back room they were like, holy shit, Biden has no chance of winning Iowa, so we need to prop up Pete like a fucking puppet, and then they just
Warren
went
wasn't
all
close
in.
enough either.
And plus, Warren's not part like, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Warren
not
got
in-
third, right? And
Yeah,
the
she got
fake
third.
results.
and the fake results.
Alright.
Yeah, like-
I believe that she got third overall anyway.
I do too.
But
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that it's been almost a week and we still don't have the real results. Like I can't see them honestly releasing the real results.
yeah, this
like,
is
at
the
all.
first time in U.S. history that we haven't been able to properly do a caucus.
Yeah, they're literally just doing this to the voters.
Yep, Tom
because
Perez should resign. There's no
he
question about
has
it.
to resign.
What Tom Perez did was kind of the funniest part of this whole situation.
Yeah.
Completely deflected any responsibility.
And
He just tweeted out, he's like, It's sad what's
It's sad
happening.
what's happening.
It's sad what's happening. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, and we're gonna do it for the democracy. We're gonna recanvass, and it's like, dude, this is your fault. Why did you let
Yeah,
this happen?
exactly.
You're halfway invested into the app that crashed, and then you took over vote
took
counting.
over.
You
vote
said
counting.
the DNC is taking over vote counting. How is this not your fault?
How is this not?
And he claimed
More than half
he
your
wanted
fault.
no, I know, and he wanted to recanvass after like 92% of the precincts were out.
97.
Or it was 97?
Yeah, it was right when the precincts were about to come out that where Bernie was winning in landslides. 'cause
Yeah, I
was the
knew it was
satellite caucuses.
within the last 24 hours.
Yeah, it was right before they had to announce Bernie as the winner.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing a recount.
Recanvass.
Yeah, and then after he says that, they wait, and then they release more wrong results that have Mayor Pete winning. So I think we're just trying to buy more time so they could somehow fiddle with the results and make Pete the winner, so they could have him announced as the winner on CNN by Chris Cuomo.
more fucking coin flips.
Well-
Like, did you see the video? The dude doing the coin flip where he like catches it. He like obviously like checks to
He's
see
like-
what it is, and then he's like, "Do I flip it? Do I flip it?" And he's like,
Oh, Mayor Pete!
"Oh,
Yeah,
Mayor
no.
Pete!"
And, like,
It was
on people
what
on-
the fuck?
Yeah, and people on Twitter were saying like they were doing coin flips when Bernie was up by like 50 or 60 votes or something like that, and then they would tie in delegates. So
Yeah,
it's
it doesn't make no sense.
Well, here's what I gotta say though. I know I talked about this earlier, but all that this whole Iowa shit showed me is that Biden is just out.
out.
Dude,
I
like,
never,
I think-
dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been saying this for months, but I never thought Biden had a chance.
Well, I didn't think he
never
did, but
thought
then,
he had
like,
even the
I thought the
slightest chance
polling
at
showed
second.
different, though.
Well, the poll, I always knew it didn't matter.
Yeah, I
that
know.
because that was his ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
That was his absolute ceiling with nothing guaranteed. Was his polling?
I
in my
always
opinion.
had that in the back of my mind, like the suspicion. Like I really think it might just be embarrassing for him.
But with
like
that
the
in
polling
mind,
was
dude-
scary though because like he was up in Iowa. He's like has that giant national lead, but so it's like, and those are the people that always vote. So it was still scary to me. But I was like,
Yeah.
I've never met a Joe Biden supporter. He has terrible ground, like
Exactly.
terrible. There's
no
working.
such thing as Joe Biden ground game.
Like he has all the institutional. Well, he didn't even really after a while have that much institutional support. So even that was like because like the donors.
dude, he couldn't
everybody was
he couldn't get Obama to fucking endorse him. Like,
yeah,
Still.
even Obama.
No,
like,
I knew he was a fail from the beginning.
Well,
in my opinion.
we-
what I
on that
didn't
note,
expect was them to prop somebody up as hard as they tried to.
With Pete.
Yeah,
or
I
with
was
Biden.
like, holy shit.
well, they tried to pop up every single candidate.
Yeah, no, but like, no,
Bernie.
exactly. It was a sustained effort of trying to prop other people than Biden up while Biden was in second. So it was like a weird strategy that is most definitely going to backfire because it like is based on a bubble of support.
But dude, let me say, now that Biden has no chance, and Pete with all this like weird muddled bullshit,
has
he's
no
not going to win
chance.
anywhere
He
else.
has no chance, dude.
he's gonna fall off a
Guys,
cliff.
all I'm saying is that not to be Cenk Uygur and just fucking blow this out of proportion, but Bernie's just going to win this shit. Dude, like, there's no way in fuck he won't. For the primary.
Yeah.
He's the massive favorite. What
Massive
was it? It was a 538
Who's got-
forecast had him winning
Buttigieg is
every
going to
single
stop
state.
him? Buttigieg is going to stop him?
No, Buttigieg. Dude,
my
so,
gosh.
but one thing that's interesting, though, is nobody has ever won both Iowa and New Hampshire and not gotten the nomination. So, if people think Buttigieg won Iowa, which a lot of people do, and then he wins New Hampshire, it could be like the first one.
We're gonna rewrite history.
Yeah, he could be the
honestly,
first
if
one
that
to
happens.
win. Well,
No,
he's,
I just-
he's not.
I-
But he
He
doesn't have a chance in
well,
New
think about-
Hampshire.
Yeah,
in
no.
my opinion,
I'm saying.
especially after his
I don't think
performance
he's.
last
I don't
night.
think that's even going to work for him
Yeah.
because of how terrible.
You know what's funny? It's like, yeah, anybody who's ever won those two has won the nomination, but also there's never been an Iowa caucus like there was.
Yeah,
in this
that's
last
true.
bullshit one.
Okay, you know what I heard today that actually blew my mind. Donald Trump has more black support than Mayor Pete does.
I knew that.
Donald
believe it.
Trump.
I believe it.
believe it.
Yeah,
I totally
it's
believe it.
insane.
He
Like,
resonates more with black people. Dude, holy fuck!
Can
I'm
you-
serious.
Can you fucking imagine
There wasn't a time.
a Trump versus Pete?
It would be.
Hey,
he
I
would
have
landslide.
more black
He would
support than you.
landslide Mayor
Yeah, no.
Pete.
All
He
I'm
would
gonna say is
landslide him.
Trump would be like, I have more black support than you. Remember when you bulldozed all those black families' homes?
It would- it
and
would
he would be like,
Well, Trump did the same shit.
no, but he didn't. But he literally didn't do that. And then Mayor Pete will just be like, I don't remember that. And then Trump will be like, hey, remember when you had more black arrests in your city after you got elected mayor? And you'll be like, I don't remember that. And it's like, how about the
Like,
time?
we're in the fight of
how
our
about the
lives.
time when the police chief or when the police officer had his body cam off? Shot and killed an unarmed black person, and then you were like, "Well, his body cam was off.
You
We
were
don't
like,
know. We can't say anything."
Yeah.
And Pete is literally just gonna go into fetal position, start crying, and have to drop out and like effective immediately.
Yeah, I think the two weakest, actually, I'd say the three weakest people against Trump: Biden, Klobuchar, and Pete. Pete's a toss up between Pete and Biden. Who would be weaker?
I actually think Klobuchar would be stronger than Warren.
How?
Honestly, at this point.
How?
I don't.
I just think that
What is the draw to Klobuchar?
the fucking centrist ass moms and talk show hosts.
Yeah.
Dude, my mom
mean-
is a huge centrist, and she likes Warren more than Klobuchar.
I don't know, I
my
just
mom
think
does
it's-
too.
My
I
mom's
just
like,
but like
no, yeah.
imagining Warren versus Trump, that would just be such
Well,
a
'cause
body
I
bag,
think
bro. She
Warren
just freezes up so
Pocahontas.
quickly.
I think
Yeah.
yeah, he would call Warren, like I still think Warren would get her ass handed to her on a silver platter, but I
Yeah,
think,
Klobuchar is awful.
Klobuchar
Yeah.
stands no chance
Yeah.
in anything.
well, because
for-
she's literally a Republican. Like
she's a Republican who shakes when she gets yelled at.
Yeah. Like I could, like I'm not. I could see her like start crying on stage.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. That's yeah. No, it's-
Donald Trump.
dude, because he would be relentless. Like, and I think
what was
Warren
his
could at least
word?
do the fake populist tap dance a little better than like Klobuchar wouldn't even try remotely.
No, he would totally do it.
Tucker Carlson is really good at that. The fake populist.
Yeah, we're gonna stand up for the workers. Oh, the immigrants.
the Mexicans are taking your job.
Okay, Tucker. Oh, the immigrants.
Yeah, no, but dude, okay, we should talk more about Iowa. Like this
Yeah.
whole like this app, it's from the beginning. Dude, the most telling part to me is the poll, the gold standard poll that didn't get released because Pete wanted it to not get released because they said his name wasn't on it. Did you hear that they released it? And it had Bernie winning.
Of course.
Yeah. So Pete definitely knew, they knew that.
That's
Like,
just infuriating. Like Yang's over here, like, dude, they called me John Yang. Deal
Yeah,
with it.
exactly.
Like, fuck off, dude. It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
So Pete has definitely spent like the last however many years building this like these close inroads with the establishment and these super sketchy people, and then this was his time. Like when they knew when that poll came out that's predicted the like this is the gold standard poll. It's predicted the winner of Iowa like every time basically, right? If it comes out and has Bernie winning, then everyone's gonna be like, okay, like it's over. So that's why they pulled the poll, and then that app, everything. It's just so obvious that Pete is working with the DNC and the establishment, the Iowa Party.
Let's take a look at the app real quick.
Yeah.
It's literally called Shadow Inc. The Pete Buttigieg campaign donated about $60,000.
42,000, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? I
42.
thought it was 60.
No, it's 42.
No, it was the DNC who did 60. But
Okay.
the Buttigieg campaign,
That's even sketchier.
the Buttigieg campaign donated $42,000 to the development of this app. Let's look at the team, the app developers. They're all Hillary for America people.
Crazy.
And the CEO of Shadow Inc., who's like in charge of the whole app.
CEO of Shadow Inc. is such an
married
evil sentence.
is married to a Pete Buttigieg staffer.
Yeah.
So it's like, could you have tried
what?
any harder to look suspicious?
No, you literally couldn't. Shadow Inc.
Just call it like polling app or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why the fuck would you call the company Shadow Inc?
Oh, that's so funny.
It's like, oh my, it's actually like, going into Iowa, I knew they were going to try to do some sketchy stuff, but I did not see this.
No, yeah,
Neither
this
did
one
I.
I was like, holy fuck, really,
They're
guys?
just so desperate, man.
Like, you're just
they
gonna
were
try to get away
literally-
with this.
They were literally willing to do anything.
Yeah, but dude, again, that's all it shows.
Anything.
No, here's the thing. All it shows is that they have nothing left to throw at Bernie, dude. They have nothing left.
Because now, like, the trust in the DNC is going to
All-time low.
even more than
Bernie's
what
gonna fucking win New Hampshire. Dude, okay. Even on the 2% chance that he doesn't win New Hampshire, he's gonna body bag in every single other state. He's gonna win California. He's gonna win
'Cause
Texas.
Biden's
The
gonna get,
only
like,
worry,
fifth in New
the
Hampshire.
only worry maybe is South Carolina, but even
But
that,
that
I think
doesn't even
Bernie's
matter.
gonna win.
But dude,
Yeah.
he's got it. Think about it. Okay, think about it. I also think Pete, for as good as he did in Iowa, it was only because he's been relentlessly rallying people in there for the past however.
That's
He
where
poured
his
all
ground-
of his
that's
money
where
into
his
Iowa
ground
and New
game
Hampshire.
was.
Bernie
Yeah, he poured
doesn't
all
need
of
to
his
do
money.
that anywhere because that's already.
Bernie has the ground game throughout the entire country.
exactly.
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
have to.
How
he's
much?
not
How much
limited
is
to one
Bernie
state.
sitting on right now?
Oh
money-wise?
God, I have no idea. But he
You're
just
looking
raised.
up.
He raised $25 million in 1 month. In 1 month.
Damn.
You like how long is a quarter usually? 2 or 3 months?
I honestly don't know.
Well, before he was in each quarter, he was raising like 25 million. He raised 25 million in 1 month. That's his best fundraising.
that's
month.
like Trump level fundraising.
Yeah, Trump, the incumbent president, with all the institutional support behind him.
Yeah.
Like Bernie does not need any institutional backing at all. He can
Bernie
do
won,
this,
Bernie won 20 or not one. He raised $25 million just in January.
yeah,
Yeah.
in 1 month.
Yeah.
That is like unheard of and unprecedented. Like, even let's say this, even if like Pete were to win New Hampshire and get a little bit of momentum, like Bernie already has built such an incredible
yeah.
ground game that like what are we talking? Pete winning by maybe like what 1 point at the most.
Dude, we probably have done more Bernie ground game than like
Yeah.
most Mayor Pete supporters
Yeah.
have done for Pete. Like,
Because like, can you imagine like being so like inspired by Pete Buttigieg
No,
that
that's
like
what I'm
you know
saying.
like
Well, here's the thing though, is that okay? I think the conversation doesn't even need to go to Pete Buttigieg. I think all it needs to go to is, dude, Biden plummeted.
well
He
Biden
just-
has no. I'm
he's
not.
fine.
I literally am writing Biden off. at
That's
this
what I'm talking
point. He
about.
has
So
no chance
and
at all.
Neither does I don't think Pete.
Dude,
does
yeah,
either.
oh my
Pete
God.
Pete doesn't either.
I mean, you guys were like as surprised as I was last night watching it, but when Joe Biden said, "Look, I'm probably not
yeah.
going to win New Hampshire," and
Yeah,
we were just like
That
you
is a
just-
terrible move.
You said that?
That is literally like nailing yourself into your
Yeah,
own
it's-
coffin.
it's
he's
telling-
the only one that I was worried about when it comes to Bernie, dude.
Yeah, me too. I was only worried about
he's
that.
got no
within
chance.
4 days, he tells his supporters to basically fucking just basically
somewhere
fuck
else.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys,
like
I just read this. Biden, he's not even doing events between now and he's doing zero. He's given up literally. He's not doing any events in New Hampshire.
If he loses
He
South
knows he's
Carolina,
done.
he's gonna drop out. Guarantee it.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
he might drop out before.
I honestly
that.
think he might drop out after New Hampshire if he does bad enough.
Joe, just go live the rest of your life.
Yeah,
dog.
just go
die
sit
on
on
the
the
beach.
beach.
No, I think
just-
that's what he's like. He's starting that by having no events. He's just gonna be like sitting at home, like, oh.
Did you know he doesn't
imagine the
actually
regret
want to be
he feels
president?
for even running
Yeah,
for president.
oh my
Like,
gosh.
imagine how like, can you imagine? Like this was all a waste. What he did, his whole campaign, and he's what 77 now.
Yeah.
77. Yeah.
Dude, I think But again, dude, Bernie's momentum, I think it's impossible to stop him now.
Dude,
and again, I don't want to be jank and just fucking guess out of my ass. But
Yeah.
like, I think that he's just built up. Like, what could possibly stop Bernie right now?
I mean, nothing.
Nothing, dude. He's rock solid.
I don't even know. Like
Pete
he's
is so
the
weak,
clear
man.
favorite. Like I think even with all the DNC fuckery, like they can't pull anything big enough to stop him.
Make a movement so big that they can't stop him.
Because it's like Trump in 2016. Like
Exactly,
Ted Cruz won Iowa, but then
Did he actually?
yeah, Ted Cruz won Iowa, but then after
Good for
that,
Ted.
yeah, but then like Trump was he won by so much that like the RNC couldn't even stop him.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah. Well, I don't think the RNC tried to, honestly.
yeah, okay, that's what I was honestly saying.
Like, I think they at least had a fair election.
Yeah. I mean,
in a sense that there was no rigging. I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
how the
I need to read more into it. But that's what I was saying.
Like,
Like, I legitimately, this is so pathetic to say, I have more faith in the RNC than I do in the DNC to like run a fair election
because at least they like when Trump won, they were just like, okay, he is the establishment
Like,
now.
guess we
Yeah.
gotta follow.
Yeah, like,
cool,
okay, well,
that's the leader
But
now.
then what's interesting though about Bernie versus Trump is like, yeah, they were scared of Trump. They were like, wait, he's not part of the club at all. Like, we don't know what he's gonna do. But he didn't actually challenge like their wealth and power, you know. But Bernie actually does.
dude.
So
That's
like,
fair.
we've never seen like we haven't, at least in our lifetimes, we haven't seen, or even our parents' lifetimes for that matter, like somebody actually taking on head on like the powerful special interests because the institutions are so dominant.
They've only been getting more and more powerful with time.
Yeah. And they're so powerful at this point that they are not going to give it up without a fight.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm honestly like, looking back to 2016 with the superdelegates and all that, if they hadn't had the superdelegates, Bernie would have, I think, won. Because he would have gained so much momentum after New Hampshire and all. Like, people would have realized, oh, he actually has a chance. But when they were casting the votes at the convention, people were just thinking like, oh, Hillary's winning all these states. But she didn't actually win all the states. And it didn't come out until later that it was, they had the superdelegates. So I think that Bernie definitely would have won had they not cheated it in 2016.
I'm just so excited for more of these states to come out. Also, you know what's funny too is like when Super Tuesday hits, there's no way in hell they could do anything about.
Dude, yeah, it's gonna be
that.
massive Bernie on Super Tuesday.
Yeah, because there's or like I mean the DNC can't do anything about that because it's like there's however many states they're not gonna.
They're gonna be spread too thin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they're trying to like fill every hole. Yeah.
But like they're definitely good. I think they have some tricks up their sleeves.
they can.
I mean, they're not
Big,
going to be able to.
bro.
I don't think they're going to be able to stop him.
They
But
don't
they're
have
going to
tricks. They don't have
try
enough tricks. Up
Yeah,
their
but they're going to
sleeve.
try every
Because think
trick
about
they
it,
have.
Rem, think about it. Well, I think I've actually talked to you about this before, but Bernie's team had the exact correct plan of action and plan to deal with fuckery in Iowa.
They've been playing it perfectly.
They literally predicted it.
They had
like
everything.
You ever play Rainbow Six Siege? The little pre-fire where you're like,
Pre-fire
gotcha.
on the corner.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what Bernie's campaign did. Like, oh, you're gonna fuck up the results. Cool, we did internal ones.
Yeah, and we have lawyers.
Like we did internal ones. Oh, you're gonna leave a bunch of these to coin flips where like rounding was done wrong. Okay, cool. We're taking you to court,
Dude.
Like,
Okay, honestly though, at this point, I really think the Bernie campaign should still sue the DNC for
I don't
election
think they
fraud.
should.
I think they should.
dude, Joe Biden's team fucking like their lawyers talked. They didn't take him to court, but they like had a conversation between Joe Biden's lawyers and the DNC because he did so horribly that they were
You should
like,
have double
"This is
checked.
wrong."
Yeah.
You're like, wait, oh, okay.
It's like, oh no, he actually sucks.
Rem, actually, I disagree with you on this. I think that with the amount of momentum and like, I think Bernie just needs to keep going like forward. I don't think it's worth him being like, okay, wait, we need to sue these people. We need to like figure this out. Dude, he has so much momentum. He just needs to keep going.
That's a good point.
I think people are gonna be like roll their eyes if it's like just talking about Iowa. Like, why not just win everywhere else?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I don't know though. I just think like they literally did commit election fraud.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's like if he actually sued them and came out on top, do you realize how like what a game changer that would be like going forward?
Well,
because people would be like, oh shit, the DNC is actually terrible. Because like in 2016, like it did come out that they did commit fraud and everything was rigged. Like it was as rigged and as biased as it could possibly have been.
Yeah.
And it came out and it exposed and Debbie Wasserman Schultz stepped down and everything. But like the media talked about it for 2 seconds and they're like, okay, like moving on. But like if it came out that they actually sued them, because that was after the fact then, but if they actually sued them like in the process and it came out like, all eyes would be on the DNC. All eyes.
I think about it like,
it would have.
I think about it like impeachment. It's like, impeaching him was the right morally justified way to do, but was it the best political move?
Well,
I don't even think it was.
No, not at all.
I don't even think it was the best moral decision.
Oh, but I mean, what I mean is that Trump did something wrong.
No, I think what Trump did was a net benefit to America.
Really? With the Joe
exposing
Biden stuff?
a family of corruption.
Oh, for sure. But I mean,
He didn't
I'm
do
still with
anything
what he-
morally wrong that I'm against.
Well, he did something legally
The
wrong.
military aid and all that, which is like...
Well, he didn't get impeached for that.
Yeah, I know.
He got impeached for the perfect
Oh.
phone call.
But no, it was withholding aid for...
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk. Impeachment is...
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just saying that it's bullshit. That yet it's like it just wastes time, and like I don't know.
Literally, I just like... Every time, like, anything, like, impeachment comes up, it's just so boring.
What I'm
you
trying,
know
what I'm
saying?
trying to say is
No,
that,
I'm not...
Yeah,
no,
but it's just like
I agree with
win
it.
the election, not
Yeah,
impeach him.
yeah, exactly,
And that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Win the election, don't sue them. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I completely disagree with you. I'm sorry. There should be absolutely no... There should not be a second in America that we let...
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
we let
no, I'm
election
sorry.
fraud happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and I also
it's
disagree.
like that's a line that we stop at. We're like,
'Cause-
no, you can't get away with this. We can't just hope that we beat you with momentum. Like this is legally not okay.
Yeah, but-
it is violating everything that the United States Constitution
For
was
sure.
created for, and like
Yeah.
letting them get away with it for 1 second is just it only like it makes people okay with it.
But
It's
also
like,
just
okay,
make
yeah,
Bernie
this is
look
fine.
worse.
No, it wouldn't. Because
It
think
does
about
not
that.
make him look
No, it
worse.
wouldn't.
In the
Because
undecided voters' eyes.
No.
because,
Think about
dude, the
the
media
court
would
case.
have to focus on it. The media would have to focus on it, and if they have good lawyers, which I'm sure the Bernie team would. They would definitely win because it's clear election fraud.
Yeah, I don't know how you
The
look
media-
at that and don't see election fraud.
Like the media would be like, they would have to focus on it, and then they say Bernie Sanders campaign sues DNC,
Okay.
wins lawsuit.
But what's the
and
timeline
then
on that?
Bernie also has an amazing ground game in New Hampshire and the rest of the states, so he still could win.
Okay, well, here's what I'm saying. By the time, if you try to sue the DNC for what he was like, for that, by the time that even got off the ground and they even had a court date, Bernie would probably be near the presidency.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
still
still-
think they should be put in jail, all of them.
all of them.
I do too,
yeah.
but I'm just saying, focus on winning the presidency first instead of
Why?
suing the people.
No, because
Why? It
it
doesn't
would be
matter.
the same
It
thing.
does.
Because it would be the same thing as 2016, where it's like we literally know that the DNC committed fraud
Yes.
in 2016.
I know.
And they're walking the earth.
They're
free
fine.
people.
They're chilling
They
today
should all be in
because
jail.
they got away with it.
They should
Yeah.
all be in jail.
I know,
Like Tom
totally
Perez
should.
right now should be in jail.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So like I think that if
Again, I don't
You can have-
disagree
you
that it's
can have-
morally
no,
wrong. I just
no,
think
no,
it wouldn't be a smart political.
Why?
move.
Bernie's not involved with the lawsuit at all. It's literally just a team of lawyers.
like
that
he can
leaves
still
somewhere.
campaign and do everything.
He's doing
yeah.
all the same
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
Like,
I don't know if it would be the best like move to the. Or if it would be the best move to like portray that in the public eye.
No,
for-
I
to
completely
sway
disagree because-
undecided voters.
because right now the only reason people aren't crying about election fraud other than Bernie supporters is because they don't know shit about it
Yeah.
and haven't looked.
'Cause,
into
like,
it.
they just
Well,
feel
when
like,
it's
oh,
brought to
Dude,
public
the
light.
news would be on the
Can I-
DNC's side. They wouldn't.
No, it literally it's impossible for them to be.
They already are. They're doing it right
No,
now.
but
Because
if,
there's
if
no-
it
we're
was
not
if it
talking
was a
about it.
lawsuit and they had to look at objective facts,
But why would
they
they?
would say, what?
Why would they even? Why would they?
Because
I
it's
mean,
a
they
fucking
have to
lawsuit.
report on that.
What?
Yeah,
You
they-
have to report facts.
If
on
the
a lawsuit.
DNC is getting sued,
can't
they
just
They're
have
say-
already
to.
not reporting on the fraud in the first place. Why do they have to report on the lawsuit?
Because it's not in their interest to. When it becomes an actual lawsuit,
It's not in CNN's best interest to cover it either.
well then they
They
can't
will, though.
ignore it. You cannot
Why?
ignore the
They already
DNC
ignored
getting
the
sued.
election fraud.
Well, yeah,
Because
because,
there
they
was no
didn't get
lawsuit.
pressed for it.
So
It
what?
literally just got ignored. Like that's the
Yeah.
issue is everybody ignores it when it's actually brought to light in a lawsuit saying, "Hey, you guys are cheating. We're taking you to court for this," and it's not, and they're not immediately acquitted.
I don't
They
know if
literally
the
have to
lawsuit-
report on it.
I mean, Tulsi's suing Hillary, and I saw that. In the
Yeah,
news
but-
for
Yeah, but that's
25
like a
seconds.
defamation thing. Like that's literally
and
not
that has
election.
nothing to do
That's
with
not
the-
I don't
election
know.
fraud.
It just seems
you know?
like I don't know. It
Dude,
just
think
seems
about
like
the
there's
people,
energy
the people in
political
Iowa
news.
that voted and caucused, and like the volunteers, everybody. They did all this work, and then
They're
the
just
DNC
trash.
Yeah, I know.
cheats
I
them,
know.
and their votes don't count. Like
Yeah,
when
they
people
should
are-
all be in jail. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying,
So-
as far as what's the best course of action to do right now, as far as winning the presidency goes, suing the DNC is not the best thing to do in the
How?
midst of an
How would it
election.
have been?
I
Like,
just would. That was my entire argument.
No,
what?
I think they would get away with it if they didn't.
If
do
we
it
don't
right
sue them,
now.
Oh, I
as
think
soon
they're gonna
as
get
we
away with it
can.
no matter what.
But
No,
not if we
no.
not if we sued. I think if they
I
sued,
don't think suing would do shit. Dude.
Do you know
I
how
really-
court works? It's like they have to look at
Dude, Trump just got
what
acquitted
actually
for
happened.
fucking impeachment.
yeah, but that's
But that's
an
different
impeachment-
because it's not an actual
partisan
court.
impeachment in the Senate,
And also,
yeah.
it's not a court; it's a Senate.
Yeah,
like,
which
oh.
is all on Trump's side.
I also
and
don't
that
think Tulsi's
literally-
gonna get any
that's
money from
majority.
Hillary, dude. That's,
Well,
that's
gonna-
defamation.
Defamation,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
not
true.
fucking-
Defamation
it's not
is
election
impossible.
fraud, you know.
Yeah, election fraud. It's like if they look at the objective facts, it will come out that the DNC committed election fraud, and like and its actual lawyers are looking at it.
Yeah.
People who like their profession
And
is
it's
to be
brought to an actual court, not like a Senate hearing. Like
Yeah, because like the Senate, the institution is already so in the one
yeah,
side.
that was a bad example. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Of
you
course.
know, like
But,
I'm just
yeah.
because like people are gonna be on Bernie's side if he's like coming out and saying like, hey, they cheated me last time,
Or he'll
which
just
we
look
already
cranky.
know. What?
Or he'll just look pissed off and cranky.
Claiming that there was election fraud
But
and
dude,
being
they're
right.
already being like, oh, Bernie's a sore loser. Look at him claiming like there was rigged and everything. Just
Who's saying that?
the fucking news. And
Yeah.
yeah, the news is bullshit.
But trust in the media is at an all-time low.
I know, but also the uneducated voter looking at it like this. The people that will help.
Well, yeah,
like,
no,
win
that's the
election.
thing. If it was taken to court, they would have to become elected because all that they would see is facts about the case.
Yeah.
Or why? Why would they have to see facts? Why wouldn't it just
Because
be
that's
CNN
how
modeling
court
it?
cases work.
Yeah.
They could just.
They
report
report
disinformation.
CNN reported exactly what happened on impeachment, even though it was embarrassing for them.
But I don't think they knew it was embarrassing.
Okay. We should talk more about just the actual
Let's talk
because
about-
that they're not probably definitely not.
Why don't we just talk about the debate?
Yeah. Oh wait, we should talk more about like the details of Iowa though. A little.
I mean,
bit.
sure. I mean, yeah.
I mean, so you had the app that was definitely Mayor Pete ties and Hillary ties. Tom Perez, right when Bernie's about to win, comes out and says, "Oh, we need to do a recanvass." I don't think that's ever going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if the votes or if the results never actually came out accurately.
Or like the real ones for sure.
I'm
already confident.
Yeah,
in
no,
the-
Iowa just is an asterisk in the rest of history
Yeah.
for this year.
Just a big question mark.
Yeah.
Because even if it comes out, people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, Bernie won." Like, yeah.
Also, I don't think the narrative matters in this Iowa race as much as others because in the end of the day, Bernie and Pete got the same amount of delegates, and I think that even like the
No, Pete got one more, I think.
Oh,
He
that's
did get
annoying.
one more.
Yeah,
that's
it's
annoying.
ridiculous.
That's fucking annoying.
He got
I forgot
13,
about
Bernie
that.
got 12. I
Oh,
think.
that's so
Look at
annoying.
this.
That's so annoying. But oh well, I also think a margin of margin of victory that little is
Yep.
the narrative's not gonna help him. I'm sorry. You know, because you don't have
No, it already did help him. It's just not going to have a long-term effect.
Oh, it's not gonna help
All
him.
it had
Yeah.
an effect was
Yeah.
his New Hampshire for like a day.
Well, Bernie's already back up in New Hampshire after the debate,
Yeah, I mean, he
What
already.
did the flash polls have him at?
like last night. Oh, like up by 6.
I don't think they did
Up
flash
by
polls.
6? Oh, what the fuck?
Well, that's
He
what
was
I
up.
saw.
No, that's
Like,
not. I mean,
polls?
he was literally up 10 a week ago, so it's like that's.
Yeah, but then
Well, a poll just came out that like yesterday that had him up, or maybe it was this morning even had him up like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So like I'm really not like
I'm not worried. It's just like it did have an effect. The narrative had a huge
Yes,
effect
it
on
did.
Pete's campaign.
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even though like we don't know like the actual like election fraud isn't being objectively reporting on like anybody looking at this saying like wait a second the first time in history Iowa is like
Like nobody
You know,
knows.
like, what?
How
Like,
is
that's-
that possible? You know.
like that's enough. And then you also had the Bernie campaign come out and rightfully declare victory, and then you also had Pete's campaign come out and rightfully
Declare victory with 0% reported,
Okay, wait,
and
on-
they don't have internal numbers.
Yeah.
on
on
that,
CNN it says 28% for Bernie, 25 for Buttigieg,
Yeah.
and then Biden went down 5 points to 11. To 11%, and then Liz is in third.
Yeah, and
Oh
I
wait,
think
no. Wait.
What's the date?
Oh wait. Never mind. Bernie's at 28%. Buttigieg is at 21%.
yeah,
Um,
that's the one I saw.
Biden slid down to 11%, and Warren is in 9.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a jump for Buttigieg from last week, but I mean, his debate performance knocked him down 2 points on
there's
Bernie.
Yeah, he got body.
No, dude, yeah, like
He got body.
anybody that watched, because I would hope that a lot of New Hampshire voters watched that debate. I think they.
I think so. I think that was probably
'Cause, like, it's
Look at this cute ad I just got.
What is it?
Andy Coop.
Oh God, Andy
Coop 360, baby.
Yeah, giving me the bedroom eyes, dog.
Bedroom eyes. It's such a Reed saying right there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard Reed say bedroom eyes a lot.
Sounds about right.
Well, yeah. I mean, if Bernie and Bernie might outperform his polls in New Hampshire too. I think he will. I mean, because this
Yeah.
is a primary, it's not a caucus.
Dude, again, not to jank Ugert, but I think he's got it in the bag, man. Like, what
Yeah.
could possibly happen?
I know he's winning because I'm going to say California.
Yeah.
Pete, you got a chance?
You got a
Don't
chance at
think so.
California?
No.
Don't, I,
What
oh,
about,
no,
yeah,
he
what about
did.
Texas, Pete?
Texas?
You got a chance-
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
any ground game in any of those states. at
How
all.
about New York?
New York?
Nope. How about South Bend? Oh.
Yeah, if Bernie came out and won
Dude,
every
if-
single.
Dude, he probably lose to Indiana.
He's going to lose Indiana,
Yeah,
and I'm
because
gonna
he
laugh.
already did lose the governor race in Indiana.
He ran for governor?
Yeah, and he lost. He's
That's
lost
hilarious.
almost every election. The only election he
Because
won.
they hate him, dude.
Yeah, the only election he ever won was mayor, and he won with like 10,000 votes because it was like, there was probably a lot of candidates and like low voter turnout, but I don't know the details. But
You know what?
yeah, he won like 10,000 votes or something, and then he's not even mayor anymore, and that's the only. He lost the DNC chair race. He lost like all the races he's been in. So
That's hilarious.
I was thinking about this earlier. This is like a little bit off topic, not really, but I just remember this old Pete Buttigieg video, and it just made me so angry. It was like when CNN. It was like when he first like emerged into the public eyes, and CNN was like oh, so you're young, you're
yeah.
gay, you speak a lot of languages, and it's like, where are the skeletons in your closet? He's like, there's none. And it's just
And
like,
there's just so many.
It's just like,
No, that was Trevor Noah. He's like, there's
Yeah.
no dirt on this
yeah,
guy.
you're like, look at you.
Seriously, there's no dirt on this guy.
You
It's
have
like,
all
oh my
the,
God.
yeah, you have all the identity politics on your side.
But Mayor Pete is just an identity politics media creation. Is all he is. Literally.
I
Where are
feel
your
like- no,
skeletons? I don't know.
I
Ask,
literally
ask the
feel
people in
like-
South Bend.
I think he was made in a lab.
Yeah.
Like
He's
I
such
think
an
it might have been a
MC.
test tube baby. He's
Yeah.
like the tiniest little weird looking runt, you know, and he just stands for nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Wait, what you said? Did you hear that he did come out? This is okay.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I saw today that Pete Buttigieg came out as gay in the summer of 2015 and met his husband, Chasten, on a dating app in the summer of 2015.
That's a little bit sketchy.
Okay,
They
yeah.
got married.
I don't wanna
Okay,
say
we're
it,
getting
but
a
it's
little
also
bit
just
into
fucking
conspiracy
hilarious.
land, but it is
No,
but
I feel
still,
like some,
it is
some
sketchy.
some conspiracy is healthy every once in a while.
Yes, that's true. Because like,
Can you imagine how
Dude,
funny it would be if he faked
no,
his
no,
sexuality
like
just
I've
for
heard stories.
political-
no, I've heard stories
I
back
believe
in.
it, dude. That's like
Dude, I trust him so. I have literally like negative 12 trust in Mayor Pete because like he's always wanted to be president since he was a kid. Like he's
Which, alright, I don't trust people like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't trust people like that
That
at
just
all.
means you're self-gain. That's all.
Yeah, he wrote an article in college praising Bernie Sanders, and he was explaining how there's two paths you can take in politics. You can actually stand for something and be principled and not sell out, and like yeah, you might lose, yeah, you might win, but like it's going to be a harder path,
yeah.
like Bernie Sanders.
Or
and
you
he,
could do what I do.
yeah, or he's like, or you can go full blown establishment corporate sellout lane, and you're going to have a lot better chance of winning. And then, so he knows exactly
Yeah,
like how it
exactly.
is, and he
He
immediately sells
for
out.
all. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He's a Harvard. Well, he went to Harvard. He's like
Did he
super
really?
smart. What?
Did he really?
Yeah, he's a Harvard scholar. And then
Of course he is.
yeah, no, and then yeah, speaks 7 languages.
Of course.
Yeah, and then goes to Afghanistan for 6 months after he graduates from Harvard.
Because
Like-
I love America.
Like, think about that.
Think about
You-
the Afghanistan
you come out-
papers.
Oh my God, dude, dude, think about
He
that.
probably knew that it was the safest place to deploy, safest time to deploy.
Yep.
All that shit. I bet he knew it.
He knew it.
Sorry, I'm being such a conspiracy theorist.
No, this is
I just
actually
hate this guy.
this is actually kind of warranted
He's
though.
the worst.
Like he goes to Afghanistan for 6 months. That's like barely any time, right?
Yeah.
And then he comes out as gay right before he decides to run for president. Like
no, didn't he decide to run in 2017?
yeah, but like like pretty,
Yeah, but
pretty,
a couple
pretty
years.
recently,
Yeah.
And he's young too, so it's like,
37.
and he run for all these offices, loses all of them.
Wait, so he just announced as soon as he possibly was old enough, basically.
yeah,
Yikes.
literally as soon as he was old enough. Wait, because how old was he in
35 in 2015.
2015? Okay, so like
Wait,
right-
whoa, that's
No.
NA math
He's,
right there.
he's 37 right now, right?
He's 37.
Okay.
No,
So
so it'd be
in 2017 he
23.
was 35.
Yeah, he should be 23.
But also, even if he was old enough in 2015, like Hillary would have had all the institutional support.
Yeah, no,
so
he wouldn't have had a chance. He needed to be groomed for a couple of years.
Yeah. So it's all so convenient and also
It's 33, not
It's
23.
sketchy. It's sketchy, like to say the
He's
least.
sketchy.
Yeah, like and like it makes you think like maybe this is all a charade. All,
The entire thing is a charade.
Yeah. I want to know more about his husband, honestly. Like
Chastity.
you know, like I don't know, because they sold out so fast and like just. Like back, those videos of him back when he was running for like treasurer or something, and he was saying like, "Oh yeah, it's a conflict of interest to take money from Wall Street banks."
He said that?
Yeah, and then
Now his policy director is just an ex...
a Goldman Sachs
exec.
executive. Yeah. All right. Should we talk about the debate?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think, okay, that was... you can feel free to re-upload that at any time. Call it the Pete Buttigieg conspiracy.
Yeah.
Complete theory in
Mhm.
full. And then if that turns out to be true in any way, everybody who watched that owes us $300.
Yeah.
Or we're just saying complete bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, honestly though, I kind of just like wouldn't be surprised if any of that was true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just all... It's too good to be true.
Yeah.
You
It's all too good to be true.
Okay, debate.
Yeah. So honestly, I think everybody had a good night except for Warren and Mayor Pete.
I don't think Klobuchar had a good
Well, she
night.
called out Pete at that
Yeah,
one
she
point.
did-
That
she
was-
did
she had a
good for
good moment.
Klobuchar.
Yeah. She had a good moment.
I don't know.
It's a
I
low
just
bar.
wasn't moved by any single thing.
Well, did you
I
see
just
when?
don't care. I mean, I just...
Yeah,
Like,
no,
all I'm
I'm-
saying is that, like, all of that needed to happen. That debate is Buttigieg needed to get bodied. That is exactly what
exactly.
happened.
It was
and
his-
then centrists needed to fight. That is exactly
Yeah, it was
what
his
happened.
worst debate by far. It was literally a perfect debate for Bernie. But I mean, I mean, looking at the debate objectively, though, I think that one Klobuchar moment at least made me be like, oh, like that was a good point, you know?
I think it was the only time Bernie got attacked. It was by Klobuchar, and it was like, raise your hand if you think a democratic socialist should not be on stage, and everybody else just kept their hands down. Everybody was like, what the fuck kind of question?
Everyone's like,
and then Klobuchar is just like, I don't think so.
She's like, I'm the centrist. Dude, like, I'm planting my flag in the centrist. She already did so long ago.
One thing I gotta say is shout out Tom Steyer for just like, remember when he went off?
Dude, I cringed every time he talked.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Did you not see when he just fucking like went off for like 2 minutes?
No, he did, and he was like, I'm with Bernie, and I was just like,
yeah,
what?
That's not good.
No, it doesn't do anything. Nobody listens or likes Tom Steyer.
I thought it was a win for him.
But everything that he said was just correct. About Bernie though.
It was I don't think he should be on stage.
No, I don't think he should be on stage. But no, it was one thing he said that I really just didn't agree with at all. Like he was trying to like be like the above the fray
campaign. Above the fray, bro.
I got the economy, bro.
Yeah, no, when he was like, oh, we need to stop.
I'm not endorsing Tom.
He's like, we need to stop having this healthcare debate and start focusing on Donald Trump. No, it's like no, we need to do the opposite.
Of course, you can say that, you fucking billionaire.
He's like, we're all of these plans are better than like what we have right now, but it's like not really.
Well,
like,
I think all he was saying was
literally
like,
in the long run worse for the healthcare system in America.
No, I think okay. What he was saying, what I took away from that is like, let's just stop talking about this shit because it's the same argument every time. It's like it's the centrists going like, Bernie, how are you going to pay for it?
Yeah,
and it's just Bernie saying the exact same thing, and then Tom Steier's like, we've said this every fucking debate. Why are we talking about this?
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
But the only thing he offered was Donald Trump to talk about.
No, he was talking about the economy, which is like still stupid. But like,
yeah, he's like, oh, we need to take on. Like one thing I've noticed about Steyer though is like he always says that like we need to take on Trump on the economy.
It's the only
I know.
thing he can say.
Yeah, but he's like I know how to do it, but then he never says like what he would.
It's just because he's a billionaire. I think that's what it is. Is that
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm the good billionaire.
Yeah, but he's never said like what he would do for the like how he would take Trump on the economy. He just says,
I
know how to do it.
Tom Steyer is an example of oligarchy in America.
Yes, he is. But I have to say though, this might be an unpopular opinion. I'd rather have him than a corporate Democrat.
Oh,
because
how's that an unpopular? Dude, fuck yeah. What?
Because like I mean, we know a corporate Democrat.
They both have false support, so it's like at the end of the day, I don't really care.
I'd rather have somebody who self-funded their campaign win than somebody who had outside money.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I get that. Like the 1.5 billion or however much he has is a special interest on its own because he's invested in like all.
He's invested in himself.
Yeah, and he's like he's made his money in really sketchy ways.
Private prisons and coal mining.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I don't know. I'd rather. It's terrible. Like, don't get me wrong.
Well, he won 80, so I mean.
And now he's like saying he's giving away most of his money, but like.
He is.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I'd rather have somebody who can like make their own decisions. Like I wouldn't want either of them. Don't get me wrong. Sure. I don't want Tom Steyer to be president at all. Yeah. But like him versus a corporate Democrat. Yeah, corporate Democrats are literally
at the end of the day, it's just a battle of interests at that point, and Tom Steyer's are more trustable. Not I just I
saw this
tweet like talking about.
I saw this tweet that just like perfectly like encapsulated Tom Steyer, and it's like, okay, Tom Steyer, we're still gonna take your money, but we'll be nice about it. It's like that's the way I feel about it. It's like,
Jesus, I wonder how many taxes he's dodged in his career.
Yeah, God, I don't even know. Yeah, why is he running? Honestly, what the fuck? Honestly,
because he's like, wait a minute, I'm rich, I can buy power.
Well, okay, I honestly think he just wants to do it. Like,
I don't think he has bad intentions.
There's no such thing as a good intention when you buy your way onto an election.
Dude, think about all the other...
thinking he can make a change.
Dude, but think about all the other ways he could spend his money.
It's morally wrong to pay your way onto stage compared to, like...
I think so too, but I mean, like...
It outweighs the idea of wanting to make a change.
Yeah, but I still don't think he's going in there with bad intentions,
is going to be so fucking wrong that, like...
Yeah, I know. But I just don't think he's going in there with, like...
Yeah, him having all that money, though, like, he could make so much more change investing it in other ways. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. That's my issue,
running
too.
for president,
just take away the money. What are you doing, Just take away the money that you're running for president and just put it in the things that you're already doing.
Yeah, like, try to end homelessness or
something. He's already, like giving away, like, just to take that money.
Literally just give it away.
Yeah, give it away.
Well, he is, but, like,
invest it in, like, housing and stuff for poor people and, like...
Just build apartment buildings for homeless people. I would do that, and, okay, I've always thought about this. If I was a billionaire and I was ever bored, you know what I would do?
What?
Just fill backpacks with money and just walk around just handing it to people.
Yeah.
Just that would just make me so happy to just fucking go up to somebody and be like, hey, here you go, man.
Yeah, like...
and they're just like, no way, thank you. Like, this helps me so much. And I'm like, well, I didn't need it then. Like, that would be so sick to be able to do that. And he just is, like, trying to become president, like,
it's like,
by an election. Like, what fucking Jesus Christ, man.
Dude, the idea that any one person can have $1 billion is, like, it's, like, on its own, it's just, like, it's just terrible. I'm sorry. Like, and then that person trying to become president is just exponentially
double
worse.
terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But man, I mean, I just drop out and endorse Bernie.
That's what I think. But like, that's what I thought. Would Bernie even want like Tom Steyer's support? Because
he could have just been an independent Bernie surrogate, like fucking.
Yeah.
No, but Bernie wouldn't want any billionaire.
It doesn't matter. Like, if he makes his own decisions, he can just be like, I'm going to vote for Bernie. You guys should vote for Bernie, and Bernie wouldn't be like, fuck off.
That's exactly what I think it's going to be. I don't think
he would just be like, okay, I don't want your money.
Tom Sawyer's not going to donate to Bernie's campaign. I think he'll just endorse him.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Which is completely fine. That actually looks good for Bernie. If a billionaire endorsed Bernie, saying that Bernie just wants to get rid of all this shit.
But continues to not.
I mean, it would have to be in like
that would be a win-win.
Yeah, if he continued to give away like all of his money, then yeah.
Which is is
exactly what he's doing. Yeah, but I would not want. I think Bernie should disavow Michael Bloomberg's support.
Oh yeah, fuck
he should disavow his support. Yes, if because Michael Bloomberg said he would support Bernie in the general, I think that if Michael Bloomberg like endorsed him, I think Bernie should just say like, I don't want your endorsement. Like,
thank you, Mike.
Which I don't think he would.
But I don't want you.
Yeah.
Well, no, he totally would, dude. Think about it. Okay, Mike Bloomberg is way, way, way richer than Tom Steyer.
Way richer.
Yeah.
He's Mike Bloomberg is 30 times richer than Trump.
Yeah, I know.
And he has like $60 billion almost.
Yeah. So, the fact that he has spent as much money on his campaign and projects to spend that much money more instead of just giving it away.
Yeah. Like, didn't he say he was down
you're
to
just
spend
literally
like
being a self-adjust.
Didn't he say he was down to spend $2 billion?
Yeah. $2 billion.
So just to make himself president instead of just think about how much he could get done with just giving $2 billion to some institution to help people. Like, oh my God.
He's only running to stop Bernie.
Just buying $2 billion worth of food.
Yeah.
No, I think he's running on. I think he's running on ego.
Yeah, the same way Tom
so Tom Steyer. Yeah, so
they're literally the same.
They're just
ego.
No,
Bloomberg is
they are both ego.
Yeah, I know, but Bloomberg is also 30 times more richer than Tom Steyer.
Bloomberg is exponentially worse than Steyer, though.
Tom Steyer's net worth is $1.5 billion.
Doesn't matter to me.
When you have $60 billion, I think you're a lot more evil than a guy with $1 billion.
Dude,
I mean, they're both
with
terrible.
$1 billion is equally evil.
This guy with $60
You
billion?
can't get $1 billion without being evil.
Oh yeah, I know, but at least
$1,000 million.
Yeah, I know, but at least Steyer's fucking like doing shit to fucking turn it around. Bloomberg is literally just being an oligarch.
I will give Steyer credit for like giving away most of his money, but I want to see how much he's going to give away.
It's just such a low bar that I can't even acknowledge.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, I literally can't acknowledge
for sure, but it's
it.
also a low bar. But it's also just like, when do you ever see a billionaire doing good things?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just I can't acknowledge them doing slightly okay things.
Yeah. No, like in a world that made sense, billionaires would be giving away. Like there wouldn't be billionaires to begin with. But like people making like that much money, like making enough money to make them billionaires would be like investing it back.
I think people like kind of lose the idea. You know how like people always say like billionaires shouldn't exist. I think people hear that and like don't think about it like the right way.
They're like, you want to take their money?
No, all we're saying is that in a normal society, there should be no reason that somebody can get that much money. Like, how is that possible?
Because it's only possible if
by
it's
fucking people
stepping on the backs of everybody below you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Especially in the richest country in the world, when we still have half of workers making $30,000 or less, and 78% of people living paycheck to paycheck. You know, all the economic problems. It's like that just makes it even worse that they have that much money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like holy shit. But yeah, the debate.
Yeah.
Bernie, I thought won. I thought he was the clear winner.
I mean, biggest winners and losers.
Yes.
For you.
Okay. Biggest winners and biggest losers.
Yeah.
Let's say our losers first,
sure.
And then losers. Biggest loser by far, Mayor Pete.
Yeah.
Biggest loser by far. Who's your guys' biggest losers?
Pete, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pete as well.
Pete,
actually, it was hilarious. It just made me so happy.
Pete,
Yeah,
I don't think Warren had a good night.
I thought Warren faded into the background.
Exactly. I think that she did exactly.
And then pulled the woman card like 10 times.
she didn't do what she needed to do to become relevant.
Nope.
Somehow, Klobuchar was more relevant than her during.
Yeah, she needs to drop out and endorse Bernie ASAP.
Yep.
Warren
She's not going
does.
to, but she will. Or she should.
Okay. Well,
biggest winner, ABC, Bernie.
Yeah, ABC. I don't. Well, okay. The thing is though about ABC is like
ABC
that was good.
is another one of those low bar moments.
Yeah,
it's
like
I can't acknowledge. This.
I was just so shocked at like how okay it was.
Is that, it's a low bar, but you have to take what you can get. And
yeah,
the fact that
true.
they did like, especially at this pivotal of a debate and how good of a debate it was.
Yeah.
The fact that they actually asked good questions and there was a couple of reporters that were just defending Bernie super hard in the post and pre coverage.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Dude, and you know what I thought was even better? The lady who asked the question was black, so she probably
Exactly.
she probably was like,
She was like, "Fuck you, man."
she was like, I can't let this guy
seeing
like
through your
this
shit,
guy's
yeah.
horrible
Yeah.
to the black community. I can't let this guy like
Yeah.
get any more chance of success than he already has.
I feel like if there was any black support for Mayor Pete before that debate, like the 0.0001%.
I think the highest I saw was 2%.
2% black support for
Yeah.
Mayor Pete, then it's at 0 now.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way anybody can see that and be like, oh, Pete just loves black people. It's just the exact opposite, where it's like, holy fuck, this guy's horrible.
Like, he was like actively terrible to black people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like the 1,000 Houses in 1,000 Days was just like,
Oh my god.
I want to read more into that.
Get
But,
a
like,
choice.
people literally, like black people, like it was disproportionately African American communities like having their homes demolished, and they just didn't have money to rebuild their houses.
Dude, Buttigieg is literally just like the embodiment of just a corrupt,
Terrible.
smug politician. He's literally the embodiment. Like,
Slimy,
I'm the good
sleazy.
guy, but instead he's just doing awful shit. It's
Awful
fucking
shit. He's
infuriating,
everything wrong with American politics embodied in one person. Actually, I don't know. Trump is literally like a Gotham, like a Batman villain president. Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
mixed with a stand-up comedian.
Notice how we never talk.
So funny.
Notice how we never talk about him because it's just like,
well, because it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's stupid.
What
but,
are we
like,
gonna say?
know that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Nothing's gonna change ever. It's not like there's gonna be a development with Trump.
oh wait, you guys hate Trump? Oh, I hate Trump too.
Well,
You hate
Trump is literally immune to every single like politician attack.
Yeah,
He's immune.
well, what are you gonna do? He has half the country about, and they just will ride or die.
And if you're like, oh, he did this terrible thing, he'll be like, yeah.
It's just preaching to the choir on both sides, because
Yeah.
Trump will be like, "Yeah, guys, I did it." And they're just gonna be like, "I don't
No,
care."
like, when Trump was winning in 2016, when they said like, when he first announced, he was saying like, oh, like I've noticed the politicians are complete sellouts to corporations. And he's like, I know because I do it. Like I buy the politicians too. So he's like, he literally admitted like, yeah, I buy politicians, and
That's so funny.
yeah, and it's like, so any of the attacks on him will not work
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
actually,
know.
I think Bernie's the only
I've
person.
bought
Bernie is the
politicians.
only one.
He's the only one that has
Because he's not
the
going to
chance of
use. He's
beating
not going to
Trump.
use the. Okay, what is he going to say? What is Trump going to say against Bernie? There's no way, other than he's a socialist.
Because he can't say, oh, you're a corrupt politician,
Okay.
because he isn't.
Here are the things. Is that if Trump just all he's going to do is call Bernie a fucking socialist, the people that are like the swing voters in that, they're not going to be like, yeah, Trump.
Yeah,
You're right.
exactly.
He's going to be like, they're going to be like, wait, that's the only argument you're going to levy?
And then Bernie will just be like, yeah, and do you want to know what I mean by democratic socialism?
Canada.
Like healthcare, canceling debt. Dude, like, people hearing that they're going to get their debt canceled, like medical and student debt canceled, like, what's Trump going to say to that? Like, no, I don't want you to get your debt canceled.
Dude, comparing fucking Bernie to like a Maduro and socialism is like comparing Trump to like a fucking dictator. It's
Yeah.
like what? are
Yeah,
you
exactly.
doing? Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
but
my God.
so Pete was by far the
Yeah.
biggest loser. I honestly, Warren,
did yang.
I would say Warren was the second biggest loser.
Yeah, because she was literally so irrelevant that I
So
forgot she was
irrelevant.
there for a lot of it.
I thought, okay, would you put Yang in the winner or loser category?
He's a winner. Yang can't do poorly at a
yeah.
debate.
Yeah, I thought it was just like he maintained.
Yeah, he's not gonna gain any more support. He's not gonna do any worse. All he's doing
It's just, it was like the minute that he would speak, he would shift the conversation.
yeah,
and
it
I'd
would be
like,
good.
Oh yeah, cool, thanks, Yang.
And then it would just go back to
Yeah, back to where he belongs.
All he's doing is making himself look good for the future when
Yeah.
he eventually gets
has
to that
the
spot. Yeah.
ability to fucking get elected.
Yeah, but okay, Warren is getting progressively more and more cringeworthy as the primary process goes on. Like, she used to not ever pull the woman card and be
She's
like,
now evolving
seen
into
that already?
Hillary Clinton, and
Yeah.
I'm just throwing up.
yeah, that's all she has left is
You know,
like,
you know what it is too?
What?
Is that she was like she was like super progressive, and then or like you know what I mean, and then she
Yeah.
just slowly started like selling out to the establishment.
yeah,
and she's like, oh fuck.
but guys, I promise I'm still.
And now she's like,
Before
oh
that-
fuck, I just like can't do anything
It's
else.
so
Yeah.
funny because before that she was literally a Republican.
Yeah.
So it's like,
What are you doing, Liz?
so it's like, oh,
Yeah, I'm genuinely convinced that Elizabeth Warren would be, if she somehow got elected, she would be Obama 2.0. Like,
Yeah, totally.
I think Pete would be worse than Obama.
Oh, dude,
personally,
Pete would be awful.
Pete would be by far the worst president.
dude, I feel like he would figure out a way to get impeached
Pete.
and removed from office. Just like literally the house.
public would hate him.
The house would be like, we don't like you.
No, I think Pete would have like the lowest approval rate. Like he would have
Yeah.
an incredibly low approval rating. And I could honestly see, like, you know how Trump said like, Obama's gonna get us into a war with Iran to get reelected, Pete would actually do that. I think.
Yeah.
I actually think he would.
God, he's
He
just
would be like the
worst.
first.
We're in the fight of our lives.
Yeah, I feel like he would be
How
like-
dare you
No,
elect
Pete,
somebody
you're
other
in
than
the fight of
I,
your lives.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg.
We are in the fight of your lives. You're
Yeah.
in the fight of your own life, trying to fucking be president.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
in the fight for lives.
Yeah, but Warren.
Warren did bad.
But okay,
Is
another
this a
thing
good
about
Pete
Warren.
face?
Yeah. Oh, I hate his face so much. But Warren, I think
It's like this.
Warren, she first started her campaign as like just fake Bernie, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Like at first, I was like, wait, she literally sounds exactly like Bernie. Like,
Woman
what
Bernie.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is actually-
Slightly younger woman Bernie.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what? And
Just
then
the recipe for political
Now she's
success.
Hillary.
yeah, and then it was slowly like, oh, she's trying to plant her flag as like the between. So here's like the centrist, here's Bernie. She's like trying to be right here.
And there's
please
no
both sides.
spot for that.
And
person.
no, it worked for a little bit. Remember when she surged to first place in the national average?
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, oh,
What?
wait. She's like, oh, Medicare for all, like, it's a framework. And then plummets.
Yeah.
Absolutely face plants. So, like, that strategy is doomed to fail, being, like, the best of both worlds kind of candidate. But, yeah, she's realized that her strategy didn't
She's
work.
done.
So
Well, she's done.
she's, like, you saw it in this debate. She said, like, oh, like, what was that line she said where she was like, oh, and I really like to say this, as, like, a woman president. It was something
No,
about,
it
like,
was like when herself. It was some
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
it
that.
was like, yeah, it was the
And you're like,
strategy.
wow.
Kamala already tried the strategy,
it
and
didn't
that's
work.
when she
It didn't
face planted.
Anyway, fucking.
Yeah, Warren has no chance.
Warren
It was
has no
a
chance.
terrible debate for her.
because of Tulsi, in my opinion.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but it was after that when she got
Yeah.
more and more desperate.
Yeah,
she was
that's
starting to pull the woman card more and more.
Who in the next debate? Who's going to be off the stage? Is it pretty much everybody?
I hope Steyer.
Because it'll be
hope-
Super Tuesday by the time that happens.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think it might literally just be.
It might be
Bernie,
everybody but
Warren,
Bernie,
and
Pete,
Buttigieg,
and
man.
Warren.
Yeah, okay, it's gonna be.
Even
Hopefully
Dude,
Yang
who knows?
stays in just
No,
to
he
chill.
won't. He won't.
It would
No,
be so
I think
funny.
after New Hampshire, Yang is gonna drop out and endorse.
I
Bernie.
hope so. I hope.
Well,
so.
there's no way Yang, if he were to endorse somebody, it's not like he's gonna endorse
Oh yeah.
anybody.
Oh,
but-
you know, I just mean I hope that he drops out. But I mean, I think he knows. Like he knows. Like you know, he's not gonna win this time around.
And honestly, what is Tulsi,
Tulsi,
doing?
dude, what are you
What
doing,
is she
bro?
doing?
I'm gonna say
Why?
to the convention.
What is
Why?
she doing?
Why?
New
Actually,
Hampshire-
you're
New
right.
Hampshire-
it's
Tulsi's
embarrassing.
endorsement might actually hurt Bernie more
Yeah,
than
no,
else.
'cause, like-
because people hate Tulsi.
Dude, the
so
establishment destroyed her career. I'm
Yeah.
just, like,
Oh, yeah.
she didn't even run. I don't know why she didn't rerun for her House seat.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah, no, but I don't honestly think Bernie should pick her as VP personally.
Well,
I don't think that was ever an option.
No, I mean, it's,
No, people are talking about it,
I think
really.
I think that would be awesome. I think
Kyle
that would
wants her to
Fuck
pick
no,
Tulsi as
dude.
VP, and I'm
I
like,
want her as Secretary of State.
be- I want a
Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
yeah, no,
I mean-
I really want.
I think
Nina
the
Turner to be
Secretary of
vice
State has
president.
more control over actual military action, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, either one. Like, yeah, some really high like military.
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about her endorsement that will hurt Bernie. If Bernie picks her for a cabinet position, I don't think it fucking matters.
Well, it doesn't.
No,
that
yeah.
has nothing to do.
But
with
but
because that's after the fact.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I know. And Tulsi's like she's super but also I think she could be
Given
VP
a specific
cabinet.
job, she's going to be really
Yeah.
cool in
Well,
my opinion.
people are floating like Rashida Tlaib as VP too, but I don't even
I
think
don't
that.
like
I don't
that,
think that's a
yeah.
good idea because like the squad, the squad.
They
Like,
need to be in
there's-
Congress,
They
dude.
need to be in. Yeah.
They need to be in
literally.
Congress, and there's already like they have like name recognition, and like a lot of people hate them. Like the Fox News is like shitting on them constantly,
Constantly.
and that
Ilhan-
works for a lot of
yeah.
people. So like them just hearing like, oh, what one of the squad is Bernie's VP. I think Nina Turner is like the perfect
Yeah, I love
option
Nina.
because she doesn't have like
not
the
a
national name recognition yet, and people will be like, oh, cool. Like a lot of people, like whether we admit like it or not, really care about identity politics, and like that'll please those people because she's like a black woman diversifying the ticket, right?
And she's fucking sick.
And she's
Yeah.
incredibly likable, and she can fire up a crowd, and like,
Great
yeah,
public
it's
speaker.
just like she doesn't have like the negative connotation around.
She also
her.
doesn't have the experience, which I don't know if is a bad thing or not.
That does
For VP, it
yeah.
really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
VP is a very strange position.
Plus,
in the
she's
government.
incredibly competent. Like she'll be an amazing vice.
I mean, all she would do is just be like a Bernie hype man.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
Like, it would be awesome. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, but
But will they run around the White House with pride flags?
yeah. Were there any other losers in this debate besides Warren and
Steyer did. Okay, Steyer just needs to drop out. He did.
I thought it was actually a
Steyer's
good night for
loser.
Steyer.
Well, he-
No,
for what- for
Steyer's a
himself.
loser in every debate he's in because he shouldn't be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Big loser every
I
single
mean, that's.
time.
I mean, that's. You could say that about every candidate.
Kind of.
Yeah. I don't, yeah.
He literally bought his way onto the stage with no voter support.
Again, better than getting.
Bloomberg
getting
is in the
Kaiser
next
Permanente
debate.
money.
Can you imagine?
Dude, he's not going to be.
No.
Because
The DNC is going to put him on the stage.
Well, who cares? Because
They're going to find a way to get him
He'll
on
be there
there.
with no delegates, and Bernie's going to have Super
Dude, he'll
Tuesday
be there
delegates.
after
It's not a
embarrassed
problem.
in every
Yeah.
state that he was gone through.
Yeah.
He wasn't even like on the ticket in Iowa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? And you expect to win? Like,
Yeah, no, it's embarrassing. But, yeah, no, I think the two biggest losers were Warren and Pete, and I don't
Bernie's
think there's
projected to
another
win pretty much every Super Tuesday. Fucking
state.
yeah, and Buttigieg is 4th for Super Tuesday.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. And Biden's 2nd, so that just yeah.
Yeah.
it might be Buttigieg second, but it won't be anywhere.
Well, I mean,
close
but that's
to
a
Bernie.
huge gap.
Yeah,
that he should
it
fill.
won't be anywhere close to Bernie, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
because all the black supporters are going
Do
to
you
go
think? Do you think Bernie can win Texas?
Yeah.
Over
Biden's
Oh, yeah.
Biden's
over
a Trump,
Biden?
though.
No, I think Biden might.
Dude,
Like,
no,
he
because
might
it's
drop
gonna,
out.
it's literally
Before
gonna be a
Texas?
perpetual faceplant for Biden because he's
Yeah.
not gonna do any better.
Well, dude, because like think about what Biden's thinking right now. He could drop out after New Hampshire, and it like
They'll
yeah,
live in the
it would
Bahamas.
be embarrassing, and like yeah, sure, but what's more embarrassing, him dropping out after New Hampshire or face planting on Super Tuesday?
I just think of Sleepy.
Okay, so we talked about the losers. Now, who's in the maintain category?
I would say Bernie and ABC are the only two winners.
Yes,
Joe
agree.
Biden, I just crazy talk.
I actually
Joe.
Yeah, he did a
okay.
good
I
debate,
actually thought he
though.
had his best debate.
But also doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
it
shit.
doesn't mean
He's
taking
had
these
nothing of
acts.
substance. I was just like, okay, Joe, and then
It's
you're
funny.
not gonna win anything.
It's getting
and
to the
then-
point where no matter what is being said in the debates, it's like little is going to change.
Yeah, but this
No,
was the
then
most.
that's
This was the
no, no,
most.
no, this
advanced-
one- this
was
one-
the first anti-example of that.
No, but this was only related to Buttigieg and Bernie is all it related to.
Well, yeah, which is the first time there's really been big change.
Yeah, I know.
after a
That's what I'm
debate
saying.
anyways.
I'm just saying that like nobody, like everybody else in the debate, all they had to do was just talk to each other, and it was.
Yeah. I thought it was like the first debate and then this debate because New Hampshire is one of the most important states, and
God, why? God, I
yeah,
hate
okay.
it.
Why are Iowa and New Hampshire the first two states? Because it's like they're both incredibly white states
that are
have-
tiny.
that are tiny and they have no like you can get momentum from winning only white people. Like that makes no sense. You know?
Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I thought Yang maintained. I thought Biden. I don't like. He has no chance. But I thought his like just raw debate performance was good. But
It might have maybe put a little confidence in what remains of his base, but it's not going to actually do.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'd put him at the in the maintain as well. Who am I missing? Stair?
Tom Stayer, he's a loser.
Loser.
Fucking
Yeah.
who cares?
Why? I feel like
Well, I
there's
think
somebody
he
we're
lost the
forgetting.
debate, I just-
Klobuchar. I put her in the maintain.
Yeah,
She's a
Yeah.
loser in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. She just didn't do anything. But that's
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, that's true.
it's a bunch of losers. It's two winners.
But it's
That's-
also
like,
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, ABC and Bernie in the winner. Bernie, his performance was honestly, I thought exactly what he needed to do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, one thing though I didn't like is when they asked him about what Nina Turner said about how Joe Biden has turned his back on the black community, and he just was like, "Oh, I don't want to I don't agree with that. Like Joe is my friend." Like I think strategically it's fine because Biden has no chance anyways. But still, I wish he would have stuck up for Nina.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like it's true. Like it's just kind of dishonest, you know. Just like
Whatever.
Biden has been.
I mean, that's a theme with Bernie is like calling Joe his friend and like
Yeah.
not attacking him. So
But he doesn't need to at this point.
he doesn't
Yeah.
need to. It's just like that's just true to Bernie in my
Mhm.
opinion. Like I didn't expect anything other than that.
Yeah, I guess so. I just wish he would stick up for
Yes.
Nina. Yeah, more
I
because
can't
it's like,
find anything that gives me a clear explanation of why Iowa and New Hampshire are like first.
yeah,
Okay.
I think it's just just completely arbitrary.
Yeah, I think just because they are.
Yeah.
Because it's like why, like what Iowa, like nobody's heard of.
But
it.
does that really decide the election though? Sometimes I feel
Yes.
like
I mean,
It
there's
literally
never
does.
been
based on
somebody.
momentum, though?
There's never been somebody who won Iowa and New Hampshire and lost the election.
Yeah, I know, but like, is that just because they won Iowa and New Hampshire though?
It's a
Yeah, 'cause
correlation.
you get
Who
so
knows
much
if
momentum.
it's causation, but it's just like
Yeah.
people start dropping out after they lose two states in a row, and it's the first two
That's-
states.
And people hear like, oh, this person, they're winning.
yeah.
Like,
and the way
no, I
that you
should vote for them.
campaign for Iowa and New Hampshire is different than like how you would for any other state, in my opinion. Just because they're so white,
Yeah.
like shit you say
Well,
in
and, like,
Iowa and New
caucus,
Hampshire
too.
doesn't help in like fucking California. So
Yeah, no, I wish it was like a more diverse state. Like they should
Why
honestly.
don't
They
they just
should,
do everyone at once?
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be the
honestly,
most fair
what?
way
Yeah.
to do it. But
yeah.
Oh,
it makes-
weird.
What?
Our voting and elections are sometimes fucking weird and muddled. That doesn't make
ours,
sense.
yeah, ours are ballot like
Ours are
actual
primaries,
votes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
So
primary.
is California's.
I hate
God.
caucuses.
Yeah, no.
I hate
Why do you have to
caucuses.
go somewhere? Like
Yeah,
what
I
the fuck?
hate caucuses. I think it should
And,
be
like-
all paper ballots too.
And publicly like like go walk in front of a bunch of people and like write your vote down. Like, what the fuck?
No, you're not even. You stand in a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like.
And then if you don't qualify,
You have to go to a different group. Yeah,
like the
it's
realignment is so stupid. It's
Ugh.
so stupid because it's like.
Also, realignment also does nothing but hurt Bernie.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
all the realignment is all
it just
moderated
splits. It
realignment.
just splits the vote more
Yeah,
and
I know.
more.
So I mean, again, the more these centrists stay in the race, the better it is.
yes. That
But
is,
how many other caucuses are there? How many places do caucuses?
Nevada does a caucus. I don't know the exact number.
I think the next 4 do.
Jesus.
And then a
No,
lot.
New Hampshire is a primary.
Oh, what?
Yeah, New Hampshire doesn't have a caucus.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
God, Bernie's gonna kill.
yeah, no, because like also it just
Wait,
it's
is that like tomorrow? When is New Hampshire?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, no, but I think we should do ranked choice voting too. Honestly, I think it should be only primaries and ranked choice voting.
God, it's almost been a week since Iowa.
And we don't have official
So
real
stupid,
results.
man.
Yeah, it's election fraud.
infuriating. Yeah.
I like yeah, fucking hell, dude.
And then they say they released it, but they know it's wrong. Why would they even release incorrect results? It's like you're gonna release results, but they're incorrect.
Why? Buttigieg looked good.
And then let somebody claim victory off
Yeah.
it, and then be a corporate news station and claim that Pete's victorious.
Chris Cuomo literally comes out saying Pete wins Iowa, and then his campaign falsely claims victory in Iowa. It's like, they're choosing the state delegate equivalents, which mean nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They mean absolutely nothing. It's like, why would you take that over the actual voters? You know, the voters that vote and then give the delegates. Why would you use the state delegate equivalents to determine how many delegates they get?
Especially when they found 100 rounding errors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. But even outside of that,
There, I just read like the first page of the like Bernie internal report on errors,
Yeah.
and it was literally like
It's
they
been
had like
crazy.
6 different places where Pete got one more delegate than Bernie, and they would tie him.
yeah,
And like it was just insane how many times they did that to help people who weren't Bernie.
yeah, no, and like them doing coin flips when there's no reason to do coin flips.
Yeah.
Like, why is there a coin flip to determine who the next president is? What?
Like,
Like,
this is a democracy, I thought, not
Yeah.
a fucking 50-50.
yeah,
Like,
it's so
and then they give it to some idiot who doesn't know how to flip a coin,
Yep.
and then just cheats. Oh, what is? Oh, flip it. Oh,
yeah,
Pete.
caucuses are awful,
But dude,
awful.
Bernie's got so much fucking momentum, and that's
Yeah, he
all that
does.
fucking matters.
But I mean, Bernie's performance. Can we talk about the Mayor Pete moment
Oh,
when he
God.
exposed Mayor Pete? It was amazing.
44
He was like,
billionaires.
no, I was worried that he was literally just gonna say like some of the people up here and not point anybody out, but he was literally just like, I don't have 40 billionaires, Pete. And he was just like coming from Wall Street and the pharmaceutical
Yeah.
industry. It was amazing.
But then he always tries to pull the outsider card, but it's literally impossible for him to
He's
do.
like, you know,
This is what
I'm not
Washington
gonna
D.C.
exclude.
does.
Yeah. I know this is par for the course in
the
Washington.
fighting, the bickering.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny, Julio. Whose idea is better? This is an election.
Yeah. That's called an election.
Ideas.
We need to stop talking about whose idea, blah blah blah.
That's
It's
called
an
an election.
God, I hate him.
Yeah, no, he's always
I
trying.
wish Julio would endorse him for.
I know, right? No, have you ever noticed how all of Mayor Pete's answers are literally just him restating the question and the problem,
And just
yeah, him restating the problem with like big words and flowery rhetoric and like virtue signaling, but like not actually like saying anything or giving a solution to the question.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought that Mayor Pete moment in the debate was glorious because Mayor Pete had no response at all. And then I thought the moderator debate were definitely the two standout moments. And I don't know, Bernie's foreign policy answers were amazing.
Mhm.
Climate change, everything was awesome.
dude, just say GND every time, and I'm gonna applaud you for climate change answers.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I think we
Anything else?
covered the debate, covered the caucus.
Cactus.
The cactus.
Yeah. Hey, tune in next week, maybe, or 2 weeks from now, or
Yeah.
in 2 days. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, we should do one after New Hampshire.
We should
Yeah.
live stream.
No.
Oh, we could do a live reaction to. Nobody would watch it.
No, we won't.
We could do it
thanks,
on, we could do it on our
guys.
Instagram.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Tune in next week.
Yes.
We don't have Sahil